So we're reviewing our notes, Chase, talking about the Constitution, and we're trying to see who the father of the Constitution was. Maddie? James Madison. So down there, doesn't it have that, father of the Constitution?
No.
Go to the next page. If you can't see father of the Constitution, is it on there? And we talked about the two compromises. The Great Compromise, which said what? What was the big argument between the big states and little states?
Voting.
Voting. How many people do you get in Congress? Now, the little state plan had a Congress just like the Articles. What kind of Congress did they have in the Articles? Unicameral. Unicameral. Today we have a bicameral Congress. Uni means what?
Multiple. One.
Like if you write a unicycle versus a
Three.
bicycle.
Two.
So this means one. There was one house. Everybody got how many votes? One. That's a small state plan. The large state says two houses. Based on what?
Two votes.
How do you get in the houses? How many representatives you got?
Two.
It depended on your population, the large state plan. Then the compromise said what? We'll have a bicameral, we'll have a two house, but one of the houses be based on population, the other house is what? Two. So senators, in the Senate, there's two each. So how many senators we got? You guys good at math? 50 times 2 is 100. So we have 100 senators. How many people in the House of Representatives? Today we have 435. Okay? And that number's fixed. I think it might be 438 if they count the District of Columbia. But what can change? The number, total number is fixed, but what could change? A state could actually lose, let's say Minnesota, I think Minnesota has 6 representatives in the House. They could actually lose one of them. How?
Voting them off.
What?
Voting them off.
No, you can't vote them off. You're still gonna have 6 total unless something happens. Because remember, what's the House decided by? What determines how many representatives?
How many people? So.
How many people?
However, if more people.
So if a state, let's say Wisconsin got a whole bunch more people, a lot of people moved out of Minnesota, moved to Wisconsin. Then that means Wisconsin would get another what?
Representative.
They'd get another representative. And Minnesota would get one less. You understand that? That makes sense? So the number now is fixed, but back then it wasn't. There weren't that many back then. Because how many states were there? 13, right? Okay. We only have a few minutes. So here's what we're gonna do. I give you this, you don't know most of the answers. That isn't gonna help you. So if you go to Google Calendar, or Chase, if you get this video before you go to Google Calendar, you don't have to do these worksheets today. I'm gonna give them next time. Which means it puts off everything. And we have a movie to watch too. So let's just finish a couple things in that section. What else did we cover in that section? Whoa. We covered the 3-5 compromise, remember? That had to do with what? Slaves, right? Didn't really have to do with slavery, it had to do with what? It had to do with your population count. So remember 3/5 said what? Every 5 slaves counts as 3 votes. Okay? That's what that stood for. What else did we go through? Greta.
The struggle,
Oh, the struggle for ratification. You should know what that word means. Okay? Ratify. That means what? To approve something. So there was a struggle because they had to bring these back to their states and they had to get their states to say what? We will take this plan. Because you had 2 groups of people. You had people that were afraid of having a strong central government. Why would they be afraid of having a strong central government?
And they have to do taxes.
Because they just fought a revolution with Great Britain, who had what kind of government?
Strong central.
A strong central government. They're afraid if you give too much power to the central government, then the people's rights are going to be abused. So most people were called anti-federalists. So basically they wanted a smaller government. And they were concerned about people's rights. Okay? And then you had the Federalists. And the Federalists wanted a strong government. So they were for the Constitution. So you had these 2 groups that are fighting amongst each other in every state. So again, what do we say when you got to fight? You don't do like they're doing on the debates. What are they doing on the debates?
Talking over each other.
They're just throwing insults at each other. That's not what you should be doing. What should you be doing?
That was
fun to
really
watch.
just that was really just one candidate though who was
What
insulting
should
and not
you
going
be
to specify which.
Not what Joe Biden did.
Okay?
Joe Biden, no one shows it. No, yeah.
Okay?
Joe Biden. Yeah, Joe Biden.
You should compromise.
Very small part. Yeah, no one shows up.
We'll see what they did.
We Trump can show Joe Biden.
I told you the debate was gonna be. I told you the debate was gonna be like the Swedish Chef and Chewbacca.
That guy's like in a
So those of you that are diligent about going to the Google Calendar or your Google Classroom, it's going to be off unless I get it changed.
So many
Okay?
leads now about the presidential debate that happened.
I told you.
I know. Yeah.
I pray for productive conversations about homeless president yelling about guns living in their hair.
Can't listen to a word that the guy said.
I told you this was gonna be the Swedish Chef and Chewbacca.
This just means that
Where are you guys going?
when one student asks about homework,
do you love Trump?
No, I support him.
Seventh grade.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What are you?
I'm not into that stuff. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say you like that.
Don't camp your books till I clean.
Oh yeah, wait, where am I right here?
Grab a paper towel.
Wait, Nathan, are you re-watching Naruto, or are you starting off from when you like?
He's starting out when he left off.
Oh.
Because I don't want to.
Tommy, what's going on for him? Because I don't want to.
Right now, Ron McDonald just came and beat up Louisa.
Nathan,
Wait,
showed me.
Tommy, come here.
Tell them to grab a paper
What
towel.
was that video of
Turn
you
around.
showed
They
me?
come in, grab a paper towel.
Okay.
What's that in Spanish? What's paper towel in Spanish?
Apple, something else.